Live yet? Let's see. I believe we are live. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, Merry Christmas. All right, so I wanted to hop on here today, real quick, and talk about sleep and anxiety, right? If you ever fear that you won't sleep and your brain starts screaming, I'm getting 0 hours, I'm not getting any sleep. If you felt like that, like you're not getting any sleep, and you start having what we call this sleep and anxiety, this live is for you. All right, so I'll explain why it happens, why your nervous system is looking through that lens, and and I'll also give you a quick reset too on what you can do in bed tonight. Okay, so I want to start off by saying, asking you a quick question, right? Have you ever been so scared you wouldn't sleep that you stayed awake, and because you were so scared, you were that scared, you started developing what we call sleep and anxiety, or at least if we just believe that if you take the sleep and the anxiety, put them together, then you just have this problem of this issue of having 0 hours of sleep. And even that thought right there, it matches to the idea that if you get no sleep, it's like the matches to light the whole house, right? You don't get any sleep, you wake up, you're tired and frustrated, right? Now, this is a very common issue, okay? This is very common. You're not weak, you're not broken, you're not bad at sleep, right? And your nervous system is just doing its job, right? Your nervous system is doing its job. So, staying alert when it senses a threat and you're staying alert, the problem is that it starts with treating your sleep like a performance test. Okay? I'll say that one more time. The problem is that it starts with treating your sleep like some sort of performance test or some sort of measurement ruler, right? You're trying to measure your sleep, and that's the problem because sleep is not something that you force. It's something that your body allows when it feels safe. So the more that you try to control it, the more that your system just goes, hey, we must be in some sort of danger, right? Because why are we thinking so much during this time where we're supposed to just be letting go, right? And that's the clock watching and calculating hours to make things worse. So here's the loop. Here's the general loop that you will see. Okay. So the general loop is you feel tired, right? You think, why can't I fall asleep? What's going on with me? Why am I still here? Why haven't I been sleeping? It's been 15, 30, 45 minutes, many times like an hour, right? And you're still sitting there trying to force yourself to sleep. And most people will tell you, get out of bed, go do something. But that's not what you that's not what you just want to generally do if you don't know the underlying problem, right? Because that'll just keep you up all night, right? So you feel tired, you start thinking, start having these thoughts. Why, what if I can't sleep? What if I just get 0 hours of sleep? And then your body automatically goes into vigilance mode, alert mode. You start tracking time, you start checking your sensations and why you feel like this, right? Panic arises. I'm getting 0 hours of sleep, I'm gonna die, right? These are very common, very, very, very common thoughts here. Obviously this is just educational content. It's not medical advice, but I hear this a lot from clients that I work with, and I myself have dealt with this, so I understand. And then after you start having these thoughts, these real crazy thoughts, your body stays awake to protect you because now you've really lit that house on fire, and now you're up. You're really, really up this time, right? So the fix is not trying harder. The fix is creating the safety signal. All right. So I want you to try to do this next time. I said I was going to keep this video just real quick. I want to, keep this video short. So, but I want to leave you with some value. Okay. So I want you to do this next time. You feel like you have those thoughts. You're sitting in bed and you're wondering, why am I only getting, you know, 0 hours of sleep, which is nothing, right? What you want to do is you want to try this technique, right? It's called the safety signal. You'll take your hand, whatever hand your predominant hand, or should we say your dominant hand, and your non-dominant hand it will be on your stomach because I don't know what a predominant is. Your dominant hand, your non-dominant hand. So if you write with the right, you're going to place your right hand right on top of your chest. If you don't write with your right, your non-dominant hand, you're going to place it on top of your stomach, okay? One hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Now you're going to inhale through your nose for 3 to 4 seconds. You're going to exhale for 6 to 8 seconds, which is just longer than the inhale. The exhale should be longer than the inhale, right? Which triggers the safety cue. Longer exhale slows the breath down, slows the brain waves down, slows the body down, and it allows the nervous system to start catching up, okay? So inhale through 4 seconds, exhale through 8 seconds. This is what it looks like, okay? You're gonna inhale, and then you're gonna exhale twice as longer. Right? And on that exhale, what you're going to do is you're going to add, you can say this in your head or you can say it out loud as you're exhaling. I'm safe right now. I'm safe right now. I am safe right now. Right? You can repeat it a few times. Now, you're not trying to make yourself believe this. You're not trying to trick yourself. What you're doing is you're speaking to that part of yourself, the nervous system. You're speaking to at the basis of your nervous system. You're speaking at the lower part of your body that keeps you safe, and you're communicating with that part and allowing it to just rest. It doesn't need to fight. It doesn't need to stay on alert. It doesn't need to do anything. It just needs to allow sleep to occur. And that's all you're doing is just putting it to bed in a sense, so then that you can go to bed, right? So if you add that, I'm safe right now, right? You can even add, even if I am awake right now, I'm still resting, right? So again, that's I'm safe right now. Even if I am awake right now, I'm still resting, right? And that phrase removes the fight, and sleep comes easier when that fight ends. Okay, so I just wanted to drop that value. Hope you got some from that tonight. Your goal is not to try to knock out. I hope that you're getting some rest on this holiday. I know many people got to go back to work tomorrow, and that's part of life. But when you rest, you have a good night of rest, then you show up to work and you show up as your full self to your whole life, not just work. We don't just rest to work. We rest to live the highest potential of who we are, to love the people around us, to work, to make money, to live, to thrive, right? So your goal tonight is just to turn the alarm system off. Try that breathing, that safety signal breathing exercise that I just showed you. If you are having those thoughts of, I'm only getting 0 hours of sleep, what's going on, right? And if you want, just comment 0 hours in the comments below, and I'll drop my 3-step bedtime reset in the comments. If you want something more personalized, more customized for your sleeping situation, just go ahead and DM me sleep, or you can comment below sleep, and then we'll hop on a free 15-minute call and create a customized strategy for you. Okay. All right, I hope you're enjoying your Christmas, and yeah, let rest be your gift. I'm out. Peace.